Roma sacked Jose Mourinho after poor performance from the team in the Serie A, and he was very sad about this decision. And now Roma are about to hire Daniele De Rossi as a new head coach, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to take over Roma and try to make them the best team in the world by, of course, winning the Scudetto and hopefully winning the Champions League. So grab the popcorns and let's begin this episode. This is how the Roma squad is looking, and we need to start making big moves already in the first season. Chris Smalling and Rui Patricius are going down in the ratings, and we definitely gonna need to replace them. And look at our budget for the first season, not a small amount of money we received, and that's why we decide to bring a new goalkeeper and a new center back. The goalkeeper is gonna be Mamardashvili from Valencia. He does have such a huge potential, and I really hope that he can fulfill it at Roma. Center back that we're bringing to Roma is gonna be Kevin Danso from Lens. We paid a lot of money for him, and I really hope that he can perform as good as the previous season that he had in a real world. But before I show you the team, I want to change the position of Paolo Dybala from a center forward to cam, and look what happened. He grew by 2 overall to 88 overall. Wow, this is crazy. And now this is how the team is looking. We're gonna use the 5-2-2-1 as a formation because this is their default formation, and I really hope that these boys are gonna perform really well in the Serie A and of course in the Europa League. Our first game in the Serie A season is going versus Salernitana, and we do have Romelu Lukaku, who is currently on loan at the club, and what a beginning of his Roma career. He scored 2 goals in that game, and 2 amazing goals he managed to score. Come on, Romelu, continue that way. And we received an offer from Manchester United for Paolo Dybala for 111 million, but of course we rejected that straight away. Dybala is not for sale. We struggled a little bit in our second game, that's why we brought Tammy Abraham, and his impact was immediate. What a goal he managed to score to give us the win in that game. And now our third game is gonna be versus AC Milan. This can be a huge one. We need to make a statement versus them. And we didn't start the game on the best possible way. We conceded a goal very early, but then Paolo Dybala showed why he's worth over 100 million. What a goal he scored versus AC Milan. Of course, Lukaku assisted him, but now it's time to bring again Tammy Abraham, and hopefully he can again score a winning goal. But sadly, AC Milan scored in the 88th minute. Wow, this can be crucial for our entire season, how we can concede in the last minutes of the game. And after 9 games, we do have 19 points, and we're currently 3rd, but our next game is gonna be versus Inter at their home stadium, and this game can be crucial for our entire first season. And this is how the team is looking. They're developing really well. Pellegrini is a top goal scorer, but I'm still not 100% sure that we need to keep Romelu Lukaku at the squad. Sadly, Lautaro Martinez destroyed us in this game. He scored 2 amazing goals, and we struggled versus Inter and their defense. Romelu Lukaku was a little bit clunky in my opinion, and that's why I'm not 100% sure that we're gonna keep him at the squad. Tell me, by the way, in the comments, what do you think? Should we try to buy him or should we let the loan expire? And after the 2 tough losses versus AC Milan and Inter, we're 6th with 34 points, far away from the first place, but we're also far away from the 4th, man. We do have 7 points gap to the 4th Inter, and our next game is gonna be versus Milan, again at their home stadium. Come on, boys, we need to win that game, but again, man, we struggle to score a goal. Even Tammy Abraham couldn't manage to help us score a goal, and the game ended 0-0. I don't think that we do have a chance to finish in the top 4 this season. But somehow, after 33 games, we're 2nd with 72 points. What happened to all of the other teams, man? We do have 5 points advantage to Inter. Wow, this is incredible. And our next game is gonna be versus Napoli, so maybe we can even close the gap to the first AC Milan. Let's see what's gonna happen. Come on, boys. But Napoli brought us back to the reality. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia and Victor Osimhen scored 2 goals and they beat us at their home stadium. I knew it that this season is gonna be a difficult one, but I did not expect to be that difficult. We lost versus almost every single big team, come on. But the most important thing is that we managed to finish in the top 4. We finished third with 82 points, man. Wow, we collected a lot of points. And also we're in the final of the Europa League, and there we're gonna face a Liverpool with Mo Salah, our former player. This game is gonna be one for the history books. The team developed really well, and I'm super impressed by the progression of Pellegrini and of course Paolo Dybala. Pellegrini is so far the top goal scorer with 28 goals and 10 assists. Look at also Romelu Lukaku, man, 25 goals and 5 assists is definitely not a bad season, but he's getting older and older, and I don't think that we're gonna keep him next season. And in the game versus Liverpool, Paolo Dybala turned into his best form. What a goal he managed to score to give us the lead, and shortly after this goal he added another one. Wow, we're destroying Liverpool in that final game, and thanks to the goals of Paolo Dybala we managed to win the Europa League, our first major trophy in that rebuild. If you enjoy, by the way, the rebuild, leave a like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But now let's jump in the second season and fix our strikers problem. Wow, for the second season we received over 150 million to improve this squad, and we're definitely gonna sign a new right wing back. Karsdorp, he's just not that good enough in my opinion. Also we can go for a new midfielder because Bove, he's 77 overall, but with not that much potential to develop himself. And at least for now we're gonna rely on Tammy Abraham. I really want to see how he's gonna perform without Lukaku, and then we're gonna decide if we can rely on him to win big trophies. In my opinion, we cannot, but let's just give the boy a chance to perform. The right wing back that we're signing is gonna be Van der Sar from Monaco. We paid a lot of money for him, but he's 80 overall with a lot of potential to improve himself, so trust me, he's worth it. And then there is one midfielder that I really want to try to see how he's gonna improve, and this is João Neves from Benfica. He's 76 overall right now, but I do believe that his impact will help him grow immediately. And already in the first game of the season versus AC Milan, he showed his potential. What a goal he managed to score versus them, despite the fact that no one expected for him to score that. Wow, and then Mamardashvili saved us big time, and we managed to win finally versus AC Milan. Maybe this season is gonna be our season. And João Neves showed again why he's such a wonder kid. What a goal he managed to score versus Juventus, and this was enough for us to defeat them. What a player we brought to Roma. He scored versus AC Milan and now versus Juventus. And after 14 games we do have 33 points, only 6 points less than the first Inter, and our next game is gonna be versus them. So if we beat them, we're turning, in my opinion, into the favorites to win the Scudetto. In January we also need to decide what to do with Tammy Abraham. He scored only 8 goals and assisted only once in 20 games. He didn't grow by 1 overall, which is definitely not looking good. So maybe in January we're gonna sign his replacement. And we struggled versus Inter. Therefore the reason, first look at again the 2 goals that Lautaro Martinez scored versus us. This guy cannot stop scoring goals versus Roma. What's wrong with you, Lautaro? Chill for a little bit. Now the title is out of the question in my opinion. After 19 games we do have 15 points less than Inter. They only lost once in 20 games, man. Wow, how can we compete with that team, especially when we do have Tammy Abraham, who is not performing that good this season? And that's why we decide to bring one former Roma player, one of the best one that played at Roma, and this of course Mohamed Salah. What an addition to this squad he's going to be. We paid over 100 million for him, but come on, this is Mo Salah. He is worth it. I really want to see him lift the Champions League with Roma. This is gonna be such a moment for all of the Roma fans in the world. And we notice his impact immediately. First he assisted to Paolo Dybala for this goal versus Juventus, and then he assisted to Joao Neves for his goal versus Inter, but sadly we couldn't manage to turn this season. We finished 4th with 76 points, 26 points less than the first Inter, but at least we're in the final again in the Europa League, and there we're gonna face Aston Villa. Come on, Mo Salah, you love to score versus English teams. The team is progressing really well, but maybe for the next season we're gonna go for a new center back. And Dika, he's 83 overall, not improving that much, so maybe this is gonna be the solution of our problems, but for that a little bit later. Paolo Dybala is the top goal scorer of that team. Tammy Abraham scored a lot of goals, by the way, this season, maybe coming off the bench. Salah also did have a slow start in my opinion, but his impact was noticeable. We started really poor the Europa League final versus Aston Villa, and En-Nesyri took advantage of it. He scored the opening goal in that game, but then Joao Neves showed why we paid so much money for him. What a strike to give us the equalizing goal that we needed. And after that, it was Mohamed Salah show. What a goal he scored to give us the lead in that game, and also to give us the Europa League title for the second consecutive time. Come on, boys, we're ready to win major trophies like the Scudetto and of course the Champions League, so let's just not waste any more time and start the third season. We received over 150 million for the third season, and we're gonna go for a new center back. And Dika, he's just not giving me these vibes that we can win big trophies with him, and that's why we went and signed Upamecano from Bayern Munich. He's 86 overall, perfect addition to our squad, especially with Danzo and Mancini. What a defense now we do have. These boys should win the Scudetto without big of a problems, so let's see what are we gonna do in the third season. And we start to destroy everyone on our way. What a goals we managed to score with, of course, Mo Salah, Cristante also added a nice goal, and of course our right wing back Vanderson. And now look at us, after 16 games we're first, and we do have 5 points advantage to the second Napoli, and our next game is gonna be versus them, and so far we haven't lost a single game. Come on, boys, we can win the Scudetto this year. And we put a statement versus a Napoli. Mo Salah open up the score in that game. What a strike versus their goalkeeper, and then shortly after that Paolo Dybala added another goal, and now we do have 2 goals advantage versus a Napoli, and Pellegrini put the cherry on the cake. What a goal he managed to score, and we destroyed Napoli in front of our home fans. Come on, boys, we're ready to win the Scudetto. And after 23 games we do have 9 points lead to the second Lazio, and our next game is gonna be versus Inter, and they're currently 9th in the Serie A. What happened to them, man? They were first last season. I do believe that they lost 2 or 3 games, and now they're 9th, but we don't need to underestimate them because this is Inter. Despite the fact that they're 9th in the Serie A, Marcus Thuram scored the first goal in that game, and shortly after that Nicolo Barella added another one, and this is our first loss in the Serie A. What a bad moment to concede your loss, but look at us, after 30 games we do have 13 points advantage to the second Lazio, and our next game is gonna be versus them. If we win here, we're winning the Scudetto 100%. And we tried to score a goal, but their goalkeeper managed to save everything until that corner. What a cross from Cristante to Joao Neves, and one of the shortest guy in the field managed to score with a head. How he managed to do that? What a moment for our team. This goal can give us the Serie A title. Incredible. Of course, thanks to this goal we managed to win versus Lazio. We're getting closer and closer. And after 34 games we do have 12 points advantage to the second Juventus, and our next game is gonna be versus them. So if we get only 1 point, we're lifting the Scudetto. Come on, boys, we need to do that because Mohamed Salah is going down in the overall. Look at him, he's now 86 overall. Come on guys, how the legend that Mohamed Salah is can go down in the overall already in the age of 34. Come on EA, you are better than that. But look at the other players in our team. Pellegrini is the top goal scorer with 29 goals. The same we can also say for Dybala. What a two amazing performances we do have in our team. And then look at Joao Neves, he scored 17 goals and also added 10 assists. I'm telling you, Joao Neves is an amazing player. And despite the fact that he's going down in the overall, Mohamed Salah still got it. What a goal versus Juventus, and this goal is giving us the Scudetto, man. Already in the third season, we managed to lift the Serie A title. What a moment for this rebuild, but next season, we're going for that Champions League. We're starting the fourth season with a signing of Destin Udogie. He's 85 overall, perfect replacement of Spinazzola, and I really hope that with him and the other boys we can lift the Champions League this season. And with these teams in our Champions League group, we should win it without big of a problems. Only Bayer Leverkusen can challenge us, but I don't think that they do have a chance. And look at our beginning in the Champions League group. We destroyed Sparta Prague and of course PAOK, and now it's the big game versus Bayer Leverkusen. They scored very early in that game, but we managed to respond, and we respond on the best possible way. But this is how the game ended, sadly. So we couldn't manage to win versus them, but doesn't matter because this was enough for us to win our group. Sparta Prague actually finished second with 9 points, so Bayer Leverkusen are out of the competition. In the next round of the Champions League, we're gonna face Liverpool. What a tough opponent to have that early in the competition, and we didn't start that game on the best possible way. Gravenberch opened up the score in the game, but then after that Pellegrini managed to equalize, and this goal can be super important because this is how the game ended. 1-1 in the first leg, and look what happened in the second one. The guy that played for Liverpool, Mohamed Salah, managed to eliminate them thanks to the goal that he managed to score. What a moment for him. I have no idea why he's celebrating versus Liverpool, but we're taking that all day of the week, and thanks to his goal we managed to eliminate Liverpool. Let's go boys, we're getting closer and closer of lifting the Champions League. The quarterfinals, we're gonna face Paris Saint-Germain. What a tough knockout round so far we're having, and our goalkeeper Mamardashvili showed everyone why he's one of the top goalkeeper in the world. What an amazing saves he managed to make versus Paris Saint-Germain. And then look at Lorenzo Pellegrini, what a goal he managed to score to give us the win in the first leg versus Paris Saint-Germain. And now everything is gonna decide from the second leg. Can we go to the semi-finals? I do believe we can. But Kylian Mbappe thinks differently. He scored the first goal in that game, and now we're level on the aggregate score. But then of course Mohamed Salah scored the second goal that we needed to eliminate Paris Saint-Germain, and now we're advancing to the semi-finals. Let's go boys. But look at our opponent in the semi-final, Juventus. This is gonna be two epic games versus them, and I thought that Juventus is gonna be a really tough opponent to beat, but we destroyed them. In the first leg we beat them 2-0, and then look what happened in the second leg. We added 2 more goals to eliminate them. 4-0 on aggregate. Wow, we're starting to destroy everyone on our road. First Liverpool, then Paris Saint-Germain, and now Juventus. And in the final, we're gonna face Red Bull Leipzig. Come on, man, this should be an easy win for us, right? Wow, look at our team. Joao Neves is now 89 overall. Mohamed Salah is sadly going down and down in the rating. He's now 84 overall. Come on, EA. What are you doing to this man? And in the final, Mohamed Salah showed that the age is just a number. What an assist he gave to Paolo Dybala for him to open up that score. And then he assisted to Lorenzo Pellegrini for him to score the second goal in the game. And then Mohamed Salah put the cherry on the cake. He scored the third goal in the final of the Champions League, and this was of course enough for us to lift this amazing trophy. We destroyed Red Bull Leipzig in the final. I do believe that the team we create is awesome. Tell me in the comments what do you think about the team that we created. But now I'm out and I wish you a great day. Bye bye!